Hello. And man, when it rains, it's tsunamis. It's been a crazy, busy few days. If you remember from my last post for day 16, I had a really long day and an even longer night on set. And then today I had an early start. I had a business meeting and then an appointment. Then I had some building duties. See, I live in a co-op, so in this building we don't have a landlord. We all pay a share and upkeep the building and do all of our own governing, if you will. So it was my week to clean, and then I had class, and here I am. Video 16 is now loaded and everything, and it is now that was the past. It is now today, the present, day 17. And I've got my tea calendars. Given the time it is, it's like, it's almost midnight. So, please let this be a tea without caffeine. If not, it's fine. I will drink you anyways because there is always time for tea. And there's no excuse. Always time for tea. Ta-da! Day 17. Here we are, right here, and today's tea of the day is, cream of Earl Grey. Okay, this tea, I know, I actually drink this daily in the mornings. It's great. It's one of David's popular teas. So, here you go. Can you see that? All the pretty colors in there. So, cream of Earl Grey is an organic kosher tea. It has black tea, marigold, see, the yellow leaves, or petals, cornflower, which are the purple pretty petals, and it also has natural and organic flavoring. And this here, y'all, is a product of Sri Lanka and China. Earl Grey tea, it is one of the standard staple of breakfast black teas. You can go to any restaurant, really, and when you ask for a caffeinated tea, most likely, and they should, always carry an Earl Grey tea. It is a lovely tea. Great, tastes great with milk, a little sweetener, and just as yummy on its own. Plus, this has some vanilla too, so it makes it a bit creamy. You know what's next. Ha! And today's tea of the day is that green pouch. Ooh, day 17 is Cheery. Now this Cheery herbal tea has black leaves, apple mint, strawberry leaves, marigold, sunflowers, and cornflowers. Now, if you recall from day 2 of David's tea, we had a similar named Sonnentor tea. That one was called Cheery Fruit Blend Tea, or Cheery Fruit. And that one was a rooibos tea. It was a rooibos that had quince and rosehip, so it had some more tropical, fruity, astringent notes. This guy over here sounds to me like this one's going to be a bit more, probably lightly sweet. I don't know, we'll find out soon enough. So let's do cream of Earl Grey first, and then we'll finish up with the Cheery herbal tea at the end, since that's what you need to sleep, herbal tea. So let's pretend it's morning and have some English breakfast. So we shall see you shortly. So I'm back with my cup of cream of Earl Grey tea in my teeny tiny doggy cup. This cup is actually cute. Next time I might, use both in one show, because this is like the top of the puppy, and then I have another cup with just like their bodies. So it's like, a dog cut in half, which isn't actually cute. It's kind of like, deranged and morbid, but, in this case, it's acceptable. I'm rambling. Anyways, I forgot to mention the natural flavoring that's part of the cream of Earl Grey blend. It includes bergamot oil as well as vanilla flavoring, so that's why I kept referring to the vanilla. There is vanilla in here. It's the flavoring that was added. which I can smell, like the oil and the vanilla is in this. Ah, and marigolds and cornflowers. I mean, I'm already starting to feel like this is going to be a floral type of a tea along with the typical, Earl Grey black tea. It's going to have a bit of that mouth puckering, a little bit of bitter, but oh so good taste. It smells so good. Here's the color. Right? Nice, consistent, deep, burnished orange. Like deep. Cheers, everyone. Pinky up. Does not disappoint. Exactly as I described earlier, I can taste a bit of these floral notes, which has to be the marigolds and the cornflowers. That bitter, robust flavor just hits the back of your tongue and palate. It's a great, it's like a good stiff drink, but in tea form. This is the kind of tea that you would put milk and cream in. No, you can flavor it, you can add it just to bring out those notes, just to enhance, just to complement, but on its own, I'm a big fan. I love this. Oh yeah, I should also mention, I was doing a little bit of online research, and apparently the pinking up was a really, really old school custom. In fact, it's now considered, poor etiquette. No one does it anymore. In fact, they say that the pinky was used to counterbalance the weight, but really the proper way to hold the cup of tea is to do it like this with a better handle. But something like that, like this. I hold my tea like this. It's like cozy comfort, and it's almost like I'm hugging it, but I can't like hug it because it's a tiny cup. But yeah, pinkies are poor etiquette, so I kind of feel like, yeah, rebels. Because instead of going out and partying and boozing it up, we're just getting all like tea in here. That's right. So gangster. Okay, I'm going to finish this up and onto the herbal tea. See, this is what happens when you do vlog posts late at night. You forget details. So the cream of Earl Grey tea, I had steeped that one for about 4 minutes. The recommended steep time was 3 to 5 minutes, so as per Darlyne method, I decided to go middle of the road so that it's not too strong, not too weak, just in the middle. Just right, like Baby Bear's bed. And I am Goldilocks. So here is the Cheery herbal tea. Already it smells cheerful and delightful. As you can see, it has a deep yellow color. It could be because we have apple pieces, marigolds, and sunflowers. I'm not sure if those are the reasons behind it. I mean, there's also the blackberry leaves, but I don't know enough about the leaf, nor have I had it in isolation to give a full assessment on what the black leaf can do in a tea and taste like in a tea. I just know that it's in here along with some strawberries. If I didn't know what was in this tea, I wouldn't even know how to describe it. But because I know that there are apples and strawberries, I can smell that subtle hint in it. It just smells so delicious. Now it's time to drink. I mean, I wish I could describe the scent a little bit better to you, but I can't. All I can do now is drink the tea. This is really pleasant. I mean, I understand these flowers, they can grow anywhere. I've seen them in gardens, but I get the sense of like being in a fresh field or meadow, and and the scent of those flowers out in the wild is exactly what I'm experiencing tasting it in tea form. It's really yummy, really, really yummy. And even that subtly tart flavor of strawberry. I'm not saying it's not tart, but for those of you that eat strawberries, there's like a certain texture to it, isn't there? Right? And I have it in here. I can see why this is cheery. For an herbal tea, this has a substantial amount of body to it. usually when I drink herbal teas or fruit teas, sometimes they're a little bit, the texture is a bit thin, and that's totally fine. Those teas would be fantastic, iced especially. I mean, all herbals are. Sometimes I drink herbal teas that have a bit of coconut, or put a little bit of, depending on the type of herbal it is, might put almond milk in just to give it a bit of creaminess. But this is really, like, it's got a slight viscosity to it. It's so fascinating. It doesn't give me that like fresh brightness that spearmint teas or teas that have lots of apple and other citrusy or tropical notes. But there's something very earthy and grounding about this tea. Delicious. And this is really going to help me go to sleep because I can actually feel the weight of it, and I'm tired and everything, but because it has this full body, it's bringing me nice, calm, centered. Am I making sense? By the way, here's the top part of my cup. See? Ta-da! Oops. How fun is that? Alright, well, anyways, thank you everyone for tuning in. I'm going to put this video up like PDQ. And enjoy my last cup of tea before I crash and burn to bed. And tomorrow is day 18. And by the way, everybody, we are more than 2/3 of the way into our tea advent calendars. Kind of sad because 2/3 are already done and drunken. But we still have a whole adventure left. Just a few more days till Christmas. So day 18 is tomorrow. Day 18 marks 3/4 of the way through our tea calendar. So, exciting times. Let's see what's in store then. Good night, everybody. And remember, because we're rebels, pinky up.